chest up, shoulders back. Today, we're doing an eating challenge. The first official eating challenge on this fine channel.
Yes! Yes! Come to Papa!
I think I might have overstayed my welcome in LA. I'm doing eating challenges now, guys. But this is gonna be worth it because today we're going to eat a lot of food, upwards of 10,000 calories based on my calculations, in one sitting. Because as you guys know, bulking, and allegedly I promote dirty bulking and all this stuff, right? I'm gonna show you guys today what an actual dirty bulk looks like. And I challenge a lot of you to even do this on a regular basis. This is a ton of food, and I'm gonna be insanely inflamed after this. This is gonna be crazy. So this is the dirtiest I've eaten in a long time. I really don't eat out very much, guys. I really don't go to fast food places at all. Maybe I'll order something rarely, but it's very, very uncommon for me. And I guess today too, we're gonna get a good gauge of kind of what the general person in the first world, or at least in America, is eating on a pretty regular basis. These restaurants make a lot of money. So we're gonna see if we can get our money's worth today. And there's only really one guy who could truly teach us the ways of the dirty bulk. Dirty bulk fallacy. The false assumption, or outright lie, that any prolonged bulking phase automatically involves excessive calories, binging on junk food and fast food, gaining unhealthy amounts of body fat, and becoming fat or unhealthy overall.
I'm in gaining mode. I need more food. I'm gonna go to Wendy. Does that look like a guy that's just eating burgers and fries? They want to hear, go to Wendy's, go to McDonald's, eat more, get fat.
Oh, Wendy!
So we've got everything that Greg outlined except one thing, because I went to the McDonald's near my place and the ice cream machine was broken. Who could have guessed that? So here's the initial weigh-in before taking in all this food. I am just under 190 pounds. We'll see what that goes up to by the end of this. First thing mentioned, Wendy's. So we have, I don't even know what I got. I'm just gonna eat it. Apologies for these camera angles. They're not the most professional. That's why you should like and subscribe. Okay, we got chicken nuggets, fries, and then there's a burger in here. Oh man, I should have said something before starting to eat. I didn't see any regular like ketchup. You know, like the dippable ones? Like, see, I gotta like squeeze it out. Okay, I think this is a better angle. Oh, that's not bad, dude. Mandatory douchey bodybuilder behavior, I apologize. All right, so this is the underwhelmingly executed beginning of the eating challenge. Let's do the nugget first. All right. Man, these seem so much bigger when I was young. I'm not sold on these yet. Don't they brag about their fries? They're like, they're better than McDonald's. Like they straight name drop them. These are a little bit stale, simply because the Five Guys guy messed the order up. Called him and he's like, and he pretended like he couldn't hear me. I was like, really, bro? So you guys want to talk about politics or something? Burger. Look how little this burger is. It's like cute.
I want to be very clear about something.
But what we're going to talk about while I eat is the bulking process. I've been doing this for the past year and a half. I don't think I'm obese. Could be wrong. You ever do the fry and the frosty? This is classic. It's harder than I thought to talk like every time I'm just eating. I'm just constantly eating and not saying anything. I'm not doing a good job at this. But we'll discuss how it went for me. The PRs hit. We'll go over what the next plan is for this summer. Well, that was not enough ketchup, but we got back up. I don't know if you guys have ever read the labels on ketchup, but there's like high fructose corn syrup. That kind of dampened the mood. I was like, really? I guess it's not surprising though, but still, I don't, you know, you're not supposed to eat that. So if you are new here, and I've gotten a lot of subscribers in the past couple months or so, I began bulking in this very apartment. I just moved into it in the middle of 2020, and I weighed 167 pounds. And I was doing nothing but calisthenics for months. I mean, really from what, March, whenever they closed everything down, March until it was September, I think, like the fall. So we went from 167 pounds, you guys saw at the beginning of this weigh-in. I'm at about 190 now, roughly. These buns they use on the burgers, man, these things are delicious, bro. Wow. There is so much more food than this. And I was bulking prior to everything closing down, but once calisthenics were the entire game at that point, I don't think there's really a reason to bulk on calisthenics, guys. Recomposition, maybe. But bulking, real bulking, you want to have weights. We got a fry and chicken nugget combo, bro. That's just so cool. All right, I can already feel the heartburn starting. And the gyms being closed that long, guys, is what prompted me, I'm sure a lot of you too, to really get a dedicated home gym together for the first time. And I found this spot. There's just enough space for it. It was perfect. I was like, okay, let's do this. So at this point, I'm $5,000 deep into this home gym. All right. Really? First graveyard right here. Still have to finish the Frosty. Might have to save that for the next thing. This is a mess. But quick side note, guys. Like this eating challenge, the fact I'm able to do this is absurd. The fact that anybody can really do this, especially people that do it over and over, it's crazy. You can just order a bunch of food, it just gets here. You know what I mean? So I've said this before, guys, about bulking and also just training in general. Don't take it for granted that you can do this so easily. Like, this is remarkably convenient. I just hit buttons on my phone, this all got here. All right, so spare me any sob stories you have about, oh, well, the eating and this and that. It's like, hey man, you can overeat at will. If you don't want to do it, then don't, but this is a blessing. Okay, next. Domino's pizza.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
A whole pizza, not just like 4 slices. All right, this is starting to piss me off. There is beef or meatball or something on this. Pizza, it slaps every time, bro. Can't forget the marinara packets. We do things right around here. Okay, now see this? Crust into the Frosty. Once I got the home gym together and tested out my working weights, it did not look promising. I nearly died on the bench trying to put up like 185 for 4, I think. I squatted 225 by like 6 or 7, was totally exhausted. Calisthenics are really gonna keep your legs small. By the way, calisthenics warriors, I respect the hustle, but don't come on here like, well, pistol squats are gonna get your legs. No. And my bar, whenever it was breaking in, guys, was like so new. I had to put on straps just to deadlift 2 plates, to hold on to 2 plates for like 8 reps, which I advocate. If you're new to the gym, do not use straps, guys. Let your natural grip strength develop. So now we're up to a 275, hold on, 275 bench, 405 back squat. The best deadlift I've got on camera is 5 plates aside. I did 510 a couple weeks ago, but I didn't record it. The gym was just too busy. But I believe I can pull maybe even 525 or 535 before the cut officially starts. I'm probably gonna do a brief maintenance phase for a couple weeks, something like that, and then go into the cut. I don't have a specific time frame for a potential show, but it's looking like it would be in summer. We'll see about that, but if that's the case, I really can't put off the cut much longer. I'd love to bulk, guys, to hit the 315 bench, to squat more, all this stuff, right? But at a certain point, I've said before too, abs are gonna really grow the channel. It is what it is. And I'd like to be leaner again. I have been bulking for a while. Adequately timed there. And my appetite, guys, is at its limits. Like, I'm eating this here, and I'm trying to like pace myself, but my appetite has been just screaming to stop at this point. I will say, whenever I was younger, guys, I thought I had like a quote-unquote big appetite, right? Because I would just eat a lot as a kid. Since I've grown up and hit puberty and, you know, I'm in my 20s now and exercising all the time, I don't have a huge appetite, which is kind of a blessing in disguise because it basically means I have close to no chance of ever being legitimately fat because I just can't really eat that much unless I eat only junk. But I'm aware that there's people who can eat like this much food that I have here. They could do this on a weekly, if not daily basis. Their appetites are just that big. So those people might have an easier time getting bigger faster, hypothetically, but the trade-off is going to be they might never be as lean or be able to maintain it for as long as they'd like to, given their appetite. And you saw that I weighed almost 190 pounds. My goal was to get to like 195, guys, but I mean, even as recently as a couple months ago, I traveled for roughly like a week, took a break from eating as much food as I was, and I got back here and I was down to like 183 pounds. So I essentially dropped 7 pounds in 7 days simply because I was not overeating as much as I was when I was here. Like, that's how quickly I can lose weight, guys. Now, that's not going to be like, oh, it's all muscle, all fat or something. A lot of that's probably water retention and other things like that. But still, that's a pretty dramatic difference on the scale in 1 week's time. I like having low chances of gaining a lot of body fat. That's cool with me. Oh man, this pizza's like not even halfway done. Like, I love pizza and all these foods, they're very tasty to me, but with this quantity, yeah, you know what I mean? So force feeding anything for me at any point gets annoying because I've been force feeding rice and beans and, like, you know, chicken. I do have a new diet structure coming up, and maybe I could talk about it briefly now. It's not going to involve a lot of this, for sure. Somebody jogged by with, like, dumbbells. You're totally occupied. Somebody could just trip you and just, like, take your wallet. So what I'm looking at doing is low carb. And it's not, like, strict carnivore or anything. I'm thinking, like, 50 grams a day, maybe a little, you know, give or take, which is going to be difficult for me because I do like carbs for the most part, and they're really inexpensive a lot of the time. So they're a really good budget food, especially for bulking. I'm telling you guys, if you want to bulk and you have too satiating of a diet, I know people focus on that for fat loss, but the thing is, if you are looking to get big muscles and not have the process take 10 years, you need to add weights relatively quickly to your frame. And I'm at 190 now, started at 167, so that's what, 23 pounds, essentially? 23 pounds, guys, let's say half, let's say 11 of it. Let's say 11 and a half of it is muscle. 11 and a half pounds of muscle along with 11 and a half pounds of fat. And if you're really skinny, this might be even skewed better in your favor, especially the closer you are to novice. The more this skews in terms of muscle to fat comparatively, in most cases, I would say. Make sure you're training well too. If you play hopscotch on the machines and you main gain and you do a million drop sets, mindless pump exercises, that's gonna hurt your growth. You can check this channel, guys. I have a lot of resources on programming, exercise selection, things like that. You can get in contact with me directly too if you have questions. And those are the biggest things with bulking. Train well, eat well, and then recover. And really for cutting, it's the same way. I've been eating, I'd say, at least moderate carb in my diet my entire life. So this is gonna be interesting to see, and we're gonna fill that gap with fat. So I'm gonna be looking at kind of classic stuff, probably like beef, maybe salmon. Seafood I'm kind of iffy on. It also tends to smell a lot, which I have a small place, that gets annoying. At this point, I'm still keeping milk in the diet a good amount each day. I'm not sure if lactose sugar is the same as regular sugar. I mean, I guess in terms of at least the label it is. I'm not sure if the effects are the same, but I'm thinking, like I said, 50 grams or so, maybe 75 initially. You'll probably taper down into it. Because I hear a lot of people, so here's something that makes me upset, okay? I get a lot of viewers of this channel using like all these terms, right? They'll be like, hey man, I'm reverse dieting. The first time somebody said reverse diet to me, I was like, what is that? Like, what is reverse? And then it turns out to just be a surplus as far as I can gather. Unless I'm missing something, it's just bulking. But they call it reverse, you know, all these stupid names. I'm reverse dieting, as if you're coming out of a show. The average person is never gonna be anywhere near that lean in their life. There's no reason to get that lean unless you simply want to do it, right? But it's certainly not for health purposes getting that lean, especially over and over and over. Oh my goodness. So once you have those things down, it's just a matter of patience, really. And you're gonna make mistakes too, obviously. But if you're patient, you can get through them and you'll be better prepared for them. That's the biggest thing. There's also a shake from Five Guys. Oh my goodness, bro. I've said this before, guys, about getting leaner. Really, no matter what level you're at. If something like this sets you off, like, because this is really, I could put down a lot of these if I really wanted to. Whatever your like trigger food is, you're more than likely gonna have to really restrict it in general. You might have to just cut it out of your diet entirely. I've had mixed opinions on the phrase like just keep it out of the house, but really it's the most practical solution. Just don't buy it. I'm gonna be doing that with some foods, right? Just don't buy it. And at least for me, I've never had like a craving so heavy that I'm willing to like go to the store or like pay Uber Eats or something with a $10 delivery fee, right? At least for me, I'm so like prudent with my money sometimes. Even if I'm craving it, I'm like, oh, it's that much money? No. But if you already have it back from the store, yeah, of course you're gonna open it that day. This is getting tough, man, I'll tell you what. And changing your diet can stink because you go to the store, you have to subvert from your normal pathway. You gotta look at all the new stuff, determine which one you like. Life is yin and yang, right? Tide goes in, tide goes out. This is so spiritual. I'm entering flow state. Bro, do you guys know how many girls I've met in LA who say they're like life coaches in their bios? And I'm like, life coach? Like, you're 28 years old and in debt. Who are you coaching? That's life in general though now, man. Everybody's just faking a persona for the internet. All right, now this is just getting egregious. Okay, I might need like a 10-minute intermission. There's like 4 burgers over there still, dude. And fries. Wow. Would it be just a huge waste of money if I just vomited this all up? Wow, that guy's walking a German Shepherd. Bro, that German Shepherd is freaking sick looking. I can't have dogs. I don't have the space for a dog in my current spot, but eventually, oh yeah, we could get a pooch in here, bro. Okay, I keep doing this like over and over. I don't know, man. I don't think this is gonna happen, bro. I don't know if I want it to happen. I find it kind of crazy how many views that these type of videos get. Eating challenges, mukbangs, etc. Some of those get crazy views, man. Like all the time, like on a weekly basis. People have a weird fixation with watching how other people eat and what they eat, I guess. Which, I mean, it's interesting maybe 1 or 2 times. Like, how many of these could you possibly do? And also the cost. I get a lot of young dudes talk to me. They're like, bro, I'm trying to, you know, do the gym thing, but here's what I eat. And I'm like, why do you eat that? They're like, well, you know, I'm out all the time. And I'm like, bro, that's fine. You can eat out here and there. If you can afford it, eat out whenever you want, but eating out is very expensive, guys. Pound for pound, you're never gonna beat making your own food, except in maybe rare occasions. If you're young especially, and you're like, man, I'm trying to just scoop together the money for the gym membership. If you're not already doing this, stop eating out for a month. You're gonna save, I mean, minimum $100, minimum. Dude, I used to be sitting at a bus stop, eating my food out of a container after my job at this one spot to go to the gym to work out there for 2 hours, then go back to some psychotic roommate. Dude, I've lived like a peasant a lot of the time here, man. Useless degree, massive city. Oh yeah, it's gonna get bad, bro. Leaving here is hard because I do make physical money here still, or at least enough that it's not worth moving yet. But it's also very nice here. You know, it's so aesthetically pleasing. People are like, how do people stay in this shithole? It's like, come to the shithole, bro. Once you can kind of get to safe ground away from the encampments and stuff, if you can do that and you just don't sit in traffic all the time, it's kind of nice. It is. Annoying, yes. Probably not gonna last, but it's nice. If I do leave here, I probably have to go to like zoo culture at least once. And then, yeah, maybe go to Gold's Venice. I didn't even have a car here, guys, for like 3 years. Wasn't in the budget. So I walked all the time. When you skip legs and you walk a lot, I train legs, yeah, I walk. Oh my God. I don't think this is physically gonna be done. I barely even ate anything today. I had eggs in the morning, that's it. You live in a place without winter. I grew up in a place where there was winter all 4 seasons. I grew up in a place where there was winter. Like, I've spent entire days shoveling snow. You really don't miss it. Miss the rain. Yeah, I'll miss the rain sometimes. Shoveling snow and dealing with, you gotta turn the car on 10 minutes early and all this stuff. Nah, we have like a slice and a quarter slice left. Oh.
2 hours later.
All right, guys. So I finished the pizza and the entire Wendy's order. All right, here is the weigh-in through the Wendy's and the Domino's. 190.6. So we haven't even put on a full pound. And the whole Five Guys thing is still here. And like, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be transparent with you. Not gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I ate it, because I don't even want to smell it, to be honest with you. Oh man, if this did any good, it's probably that I may never get fast food again, because holy heck. Like, this is like uncomfortable, man. Is this what bulking is? Is this feasible for the average person? If it is, I mean, let's be honest, if it really is, you're probably overweight, more likely obese already, right? Like, if you can eat this much food on a regular basis, yeah, you're gonna have to cut, obviously. Okay, so don't bulk if you're medically overweight, like I've always said, okay? But yeah, man, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I'll probably give this, here, I'll show you. I'll probably just give this to like a homeless person, maybe just leave it on a corner. I wrote good food, please take on here. But there's like 2 large fries and there's 2 large double cheeseburgers. Yeah, there's no chance, bro. Oh my God. I will happily take the L for the eating challenge as opposed to vomiting all over my floor. But yeah, this was probably one of my like lowest quality videos, and it'll still end up getting a bunch of views because the name drop and the eating challenge. If you guys want some of this food, just hit me up. Maybe I'll send it to you. I'm in this weird spot where it's like my stomach hurts and it's tough to move, but I need to move, you know? Cutting's gonna get difficult, but I'll tell you what, eating less food for a while sounds good to me, guys. I'm at my breaking point, and I think this put like the Richter scale off for my breaking point, because I need to take a nap. Maybe I'll call the Nico avocado guy. Maybe I'll call him. But more informative and detailed videos about the bulking process, the cutting process, training, etc. They're on this channel, guys. They'll be coming to this channel. If I decide to do the show, we're gonna document that to the fullest extent that we can. And that's pretty much it for today. So thank you as always to the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for watching and all the engagement, road to 20K and beyond. Tell me what you want to see next. Hit me up about custom plans or coaching if interested, and I will catch you guys next time.